You know, sadly, this happens in every type of crisis. We're getting reports now, and it's not widespread, but enough of it that we pass it along. The Texas store customers are finding out that they're getting gouged, or in the case of one person paying better than $90 for the supply of water. Stew Leonard's president, CEO Stew Leonard Jr. joining right now. Stew, your point was, and we were chatting during the break, is a lot of these institutions forget that the customers are gouging now or the customers are going to lose tomorrow, but they do it. Yeah. What do you make of it?
Well, every retailer, you want to load up before an event like this storm happens. And we have snowstorms up here in the Northeast all the time. And
you're big in the Connecticut, Long Island area.
And New York. Right, yeah, that's mainly our tri-state area.
So when an event like that comes up, the blizzard's coming or whatever, a Sandy or whatever, you prepare for it ahead of time, right?
You try to get trailer loads of water, even milk. You know, and we started as a dairy store. So, you know, the babies with a lot of milk, bread, eggs, there's some staples that you want to have plenty of. You try to load up. Once the storm comes, you just sell it at your regular retail price. You know, it's a personal choice of a retailer.
Do you ever put a limit on how much water, how much milk a customer can get?
That's what you try to do during these, you know, catastrophic storms.
But your shelves empty out regardless, right? They've emptied out in Texas. Now, what I wonder about how they're going to be refilled and restocked when you can't get access to the area.
Just think of how hard it is to get a tractor trailer down there right now, and it's flooding. So they're going to have a tough time. Hopefully everybody's stored up and has enough, you know, food in their pantry to get through this tough time.
Yeah, for a lot of folks there who did not leave, they stocked up on a lot of these goods, and you hope almost everyone did just that. What do you recommend they do? I mean, how do they parcel this out, deal with this?
Well, I think the best thing is planning, you know, to make sure at your house you have plenty of water. I mean, we notice pre-storm events like this, people really load up.
They do.
Oh, it's amazing. People are ready for, you know, to be locked down.
They freak out.
For weeks.
And sometimes, in a case like this, it's justifiable. Oftentimes, it's not.
And losing power too.
Oh, sure.
A lot of times you're losing power, so you can't count on your refrigerator. And we had Hurricane Sandy hit us, you know, which was a catastrophe, and everybody was flooded. A lot of their generators got flooded.
That's right. And it lasted a while. Went on for days.
So the main thing is planning for these storms. I mean, I know it's tough in Texas right now.
Yeah. I knew you were coming, and I wanted to get your thoughts. Amazon, Whole Foods, the deal.
I haven't heard anything.
It's going in formal completion today, and no sooner did they sign on the dotted line than they've been cutting the price of a lot of goods up to 40, 50%. Does that worry you?
Well, first of all, it's really nothing new. I mean, they're just in the game right now. They're in there with, you know, we've always had low prices at our store. We're competing with a lot of regional chains. You have the big guys in the country, Walmart, and Kroger, and Albertsons.
But how do you compete with that? I mean, 40, 50%.
You know what's interesting? 100 years ago, my grandfather started delivering milk. It was 100% home delivery. 50 years later, my dad, who's watching right now, by the way, and loves you, but he changed it over to 100% retail.
Wow.
And now you're starting to see the pendulum swing back a little bit toward home delivery. And I think this Amazon Whole Foods thing, the one thing I think that worries the retail industry the most right now is what's Amazon going to do with that last mile, which is the most expensive, to get the food from the store to your house.
Yeah, and how are they going to deliver it? Because that's the big thing, right?
That's what everybody's wondering.
But I think if you can offer people service or reason to come, like going to your stores, they're an event thing. Around Halloween, an event. They're an event.
Right.
Now, it remains to be seen whether Whole Foods will have that same allure for Amazon, but what do you think?
Well, one of the things we're focusing on at Stew Leonard's, fresh fish. You know, we go right to the lobster docks up in Stonington, Maine, and bring the lobsters in. You know, our meat, we'll go out and visit our ranchers, the bakery. My sister has a bakery where everything's fresh. And we just opened a store in East Meadow, Long Island. And one of the best comments a customer just made to me a few days ago, sensory overload. And I think
make it worth the trip, right?
You have to make retailing fun today, and that's how we're going to compete against Whole Foods and this Amazon thing.
Well, you do make it worth it. It's a fun place to go to. And I get fat just walking in there. Stew Leonard Jr., thank you very, very much.